Sunday morning, March 2nd. It's another very overcast day. We've been getting tons of rain. My dad asked for me to get some shots of the exterior of the house, in the yard, etc. So that's where we're going to start today, even though there's not really any work being done on the exterior right now. And it'll kind of show in the yard. Anyway, there's a shot from the outside. So this is Marwood Drive down there. There's a turn to the right where we go down the hill to get to the freeway and stuff, to go to work and various places. So you can kind of see the hillside up there above us. So there are 1, 2, 3 other houses on this cul-de-sac. And yeah, I'll just kind of show you around. You can see the neighborhood, the ridge above us. So we've got this gate, and again it's a mess over here, but we've got this gate that opens up to a side lot. Get that open. I gotta put my coffee down here. Gate that opens to a side lot. And here's the side of the house. We have been out here before. I was using the tile saw out here. So it's a pretty good sized lot. You could fit an RV. And then there's this little planter off to the side. There are some pretty vicious sounding dogs down there. So yeah, if you go around here, little gate right here, little planter thingy. And going around out back, a pretty nice view of the trees and stuff. If we were to build a deck above the patio, we might have a view of downtown. I've been up on the roof, and you get a pretty sweeping view up there. We're not quite high enough here to enjoy that, but I guess I dream of someday building a master bedroom on the second floor. I guess a lot like my parents did, but also a deck above that patio. It'd be really nice, but best not get ahead of ourselves, because we don't even have floor throughout much of the house right now. So anyway, the backyard, the main section of the backyard. Got a few plants here. The lawn's in pretty bad shape, even with all the rain it's received. And we've been eating a lot of pizza lately. Got more garbage than we know what to do with. Luckily one of our neighbors has been letting us use her garbage bin. And finally, we've got this little side yard over here through another gate. So, a little bit of an unusual layout for the yard. Maybe not as practical in some ways as your square yard, but you know, eventually we'll figure out a way of making it really interesting and pleasant, even though, you know, it's not the kind of yard that I had as a kid. I could play baseball and football in. Not suitable for that, so if we ever have kids, they're going to have to go to the park for that kind of stuff. Or you can throw the ball around out in the cul-de-sac. It's pretty spacious there. So quick look inside here. Guess it's been, haven't shown you anything since last Sunday. We got the range hood in. We've still got the protective sticker on that because we're kicking up a lot of dust still. Namely with the installation of the tile, which we are working on right now. We got at least a third of the way done yesterday, so we'll see what we can get done today. And I guess there are some changes in the bathroom I can show you real quick before we sign off. Hey there, Fruit John. So yeah, I think we'll probably paint these doors pretty soon. It's not exactly a nice finishing touch, but so here's the bathroom again. We got the toilet in, it works well. We already had the vanity in, but you can see it's been caulked in at this point. Did a good job with that. The light fixture, it's kind of hard to really get in on this. I can't really get the light fixture and the faucet in at the same time, but there, you can kind of see that the light fixture is a little off center. So we might ask Hung if they can adjust that. A couple other little issues with the bathroom. So they put these shims underneath the vanity here, and on this side it's kind of poking out. So I think something should be done about that too. Looks a little sloppy. And one other thing in here. Well, there's supposed to be a mirror that came with the vanity, and I could have sworn that I saw the box in there. It's even in one of the videos. You kind of just get a glimpse of it, but it seems to have disappeared, which is kind of odd. So you're gonna have to ask the contractors if they ever saw that. Hopefully we won't just have to buy a new mirror, even though it's just a flat mirror, not a medicine cabinet. We're thinking of maybe getting a small medicine cabinet and putting it over to the left there, but anyway, we'd really kind of like to track down that mirror, and it's awfully nice to have a mirror in the bathroom, so one way or another we got to get something in here before it's fully functional. And then the one other thing we need to do, which I mentioned before, is put the shower glass here so that we can actually use the shower. One last area of concern here is that the new trim that was installed, I think that's a little bit more of a gap than we like to have, and than should be, really, in my estimation. So I'm going to see if the contractors are willing to tighten that up. I mean, I don't know, that might require that you just put in new vertical strips of trim, but I don't know. I'm an amateur, so maybe my expectations are off base, but that doesn't really quite seem to me as it should. One other thing I forgot. Here in the kitchen, I'm going to step over the tiles because they were just set yesterday. I think you're supposed to wait 24 hours before you can walk on them. So here's the dishwasher, and it really should be flush here, but apparently the depth was too great. There wasn't room to push it in all the way there. So that is something that I don't know we can do much about at this point. It's too late to return the washing machine. And it also sort of interferes with this drawer. And the height is not quite right either, so I really only concentrated on the width when I bought this. The width was very, very close to the washing machine that was in there before. I did not imagine that the depth would become a problem. So right here we've got this little leg like sticking out just a little bit. Ideally we'd have enough clearance here that we could have just tiled underneath in that space, but there just wasn't enough clearance to do that. So once we put the tile in there, if we need to get the washer out, it will not be easy. So that's a problem, a little bit of a botched element of the project, I guess, but it works. And I guess once we get around to doing the cabinets and the countertops, which probably won't be for a couple of years, then we'll probably try to make them a little bit deeper and just a tiny bit taller, or a bit more, essentially, try to work it out so that it'll fit the dishwasher. Although you don't want to make, major workarounds with a cabinet job just to accommodate a dishwasher. That's kind of the wrong order of things. But anyway, we'll see what happens. In the meantime, you look at it, it basically looks okay. It works. That drawer is rendered much less useful, but that's how it goes. So, gonna get to some tiling today. We'll see how far we can go. See you later.